Recognized for 5 minutes, Ms. Kuster.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to strike the last word. Mr. Chairman, thank you for including this important legislation in today's markup. Across the country and in my home state of New Hampshire, communities and families are dealing with the proliferation of toxic PFAS and PFOA chemicals that pose a serious risk to human health and our environment. Seldom does a day go by when we don't open the newspaper and read yet another story about a town that is faced with unsafe drinking water or a household that must rely on bottled water because of PFAS contamination. I cannot imagine the uncertainty and fear that families face when they discover that the water they have been drinking is contaminated with harmful chemicals. American families are looking to Congress to act, and that is exactly what we are doing today. I want to commend my good friend Congresswoman Debbie Dingell for her leadership on this issue and thank Chairman Perlone and others on this committee for including my legislation that would turn off the tap for new PFAS chemicals from being approved at the EPA. I was proud to introduce this bill with my colleague and friend Congressman Chris Pappas, who has been tackling this issue head-on in his very first year in Congress. Importantly, our legislation would prevent new PFAS chemicals from being approved through the EPA's pre-manufacture notice system. Since 2002, there have been more than 100 new PFAS chemicals reported to the EPA, and chemical companies are creating replacement or short-chained PFAS chemicals that still show environmental and health toxicity concerns. Enough is enough. We simply do not need more PFAS chemicals being approved by the EPA only to further contaminate our drinking water and our environment. Today's markup includes a number of bills that will protect public drinking water from PFAS exposure, reduce toxic emissions that pollute our air, and equip our communities with the resources they need to clean up contaminated sites. I encourage all of my colleagues on both sides of the aisle to support this important legislation so that we can work together to make our communities and our families safer. I yield back the balance of my time.